Yo, hey guys, Ken Perryman here, and I'm back again with something pretty big and something I've never done before. You can see basically the silhouette of the Jeep, but I'm gonna be replacing the bumper. I'm gonna switch out the bumper with this one right here. Now, what is really cool about this bumper is it has a winch plate built onto it. Now, I know you could probably get one. I've seen some platforms where you can actually put one sitting right here. I just want to give this guy a shot. Most importantly, also, thanks for the company for providing it to me. So we're gonna give this thing a shot by putting it on the Jeep, seeing what it looks like with its aggressive look. I wanna go with a steel bumper anyway, with some shackles. I do love my red Rubicon identified type hooks on here, but this is all plastic. Now, interestingly enough, I'm curious because I have no idea what I need to do. So I've grabbed what I think the tools I'm going to need is over here on the left-hand side, but I'm not sure if my fog lights are going to work with this or if they're going to snap in and work with the other, because there's 4 fog light or LED lights that work in this. So I think that's an independent wire and we'll see. I also remembered I need one more thing. And it's in a packet back here. Sweet, Amazon's here. I'm pretty sure I'm getting something. So I'm also gonna need some pry tools to pop off some of these guys here. This appears to probably be all my bits and bobs, as they would say, pieces. Okay, these are the shackles and the tools. A kit of which bolt goes where. Instructions, that's what I was looking for. Everything is numbered. This has a number 2 on it, which is going to be the bar that goes basically like so. I'm a fan so far. And then the bumper. I wonder if that's number 1. Love these rubber pieces where they might expect something to bump against the higher points of the bumper. Love it. This has got some heft to it, as I anticipated. Nice rubber protection, and I'm very lightly just getting through the tape, that's all. All right, wow. So, don't know if you guys can see this. There it is. That, trying to get you the right angle of glare, is pretty nice looking. All right. Last piece to check to be sure is this guy, which is identified as number 2. I think I should, what piece they're referring to when they tell me to put this on, right? That is a very black piece. All right, so this is, and I'll just tell you across the board, looking at everything here, I wonder if I should take that off because I don't know if it'll seat, but maybe it'll give it a little push. But this powder coating looks really nice. I hope it stays. I think this is just some of that rubber pushing off on it. Yeah, I got some wiring. It's a pretty good gauge. So I've just realized that thank God I have this, but I am going to have to wire these all in. And I don't know if my factories would fit over here. That would be so cool if they did. There it is. That's not that heavy, actually, surprisingly. So I have taken off a ton. Figuratively speaking, a ton. Okay, so carefully remove the front bumper. Construction step number 1. I'm still on step number 1. So I had to take off my underbody lights and move those, do a few adjustments there. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but that's about it. All right, guys, so here we are. The idea is going to be that we connect this wire all the way across. That was an extra hour of work, but it's gonna come through and kind of pay for itself in the end. when I have functioning lights that I can toggle from inside my cab. Here we are back again. So I'm running Jenny. I'm running. You can barely see it. The cable. So I'm going to run that up into the compartment over there, so that I can get the lights wired up. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then I got to finish off this little light, and then I'm, for the most part, done. All right, let's go. Don't know how much you can see there, y'all, but check that out. The foggy lights of the Jeep are working. They look pretty good, and they're connected to one of my switches. So if I ever need an extra light, because I also have some ditch lights, which they're not exactly ditch lights, they're pointed forward, but I'm going to point them sideways. We're going to do a walk around here when the sun comes up tomorrow, and we'll show you what it looks like fully installed, because it's a bit dark outside. But this is pretty fun, guys. This is pretty cool. So I'm liking the way it looks so far. All right, guys. Let's see what it looks like later. All right, guys. So it is at night, but I just wanted to show you what it would look like with the fog lights on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these to just completely off. And you can see that I've got that thing set off. Okay. So basically, I have just the daytime running lights, and it's very bright on the camera. It doesn't look that bright personally, but okay, we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Then we're going to go ahead and try the auxiliary one. Oh, there's 3. These are my ditch lights. And then lastly, let's go ahead and turn on the fog lights. Well, the fog lights on the bumper. Oops, wrong button. That one. Wow. Okay. So that is what you'll see with the lights on. And then if I go ahead and turn on my lights, I'll have an additional setup. And then of course, my high beams, low beams, and then you'll see if I turn off the auxiliary lights of the fog lights, it does turn off the upper set of lights there. Wow. And then if I go ahead and turn those on, wow. That's everything. The ditch lights, everything. That's just kind of cool. Okay. All right. So that's what the lights look like on the bumper. All right, guys. Here we are out in the full sunlight, showing you what that bumper looks like. Of course, there's a lot more to do. I've got a winch coming to put on there. We're going to go ahead and put a winch on it and show you what it looks like. But as you can see, these are with the lights on. Not bad looking. Not bad looking at all. I like how it's exposing the front tires, giving you that great approach angle. So when you decide to take this out for rock climbing or rock crawling, not climbing, you're gonna have a really good looking bumper. And the nice thing about this is we're gonna be able to get a winch in here, and then I'm also going to get some nice bigger brighter lights that are going to sit over here. I'm going to also redo those with some little rubbers in between to keep them from sliding around. Yeah, a really good looking color on this. Nice black, no chips, no dings, no dents. Came to me looking really clean.